Sound. Speed sound. Sound rolling. Stephen Kersh, Western States. I legally changed my middle name to Western States.
Clap. It is June 24th and we are out here in Lake Tahoe, California, getting ready for the Western States 100, which will be on Saturday, June 26th, 2 days from now.
I suppose it's like any race. I'm not here to have a picnic. Like, I want to be competitive, but also going into it knowing this is my first 100-miler, the longest I've ever run. So for Western States particularly, I think I just have to learn to be super patient because I've come from a background of doing way shorter races where you have to have that contact with the leaders or with whatever's happening at the front. So yeah, patience I think will be my biggest thing. The team's really important because I am on the road a lot of the time. Like, being from New Zealand, I'm competing in Europe or the US. So to have a team atmosphere, team base and that to connect with, it really does help than just going out there and doing it on your own.
Now, from the Kiwi sensation all the way from
I do feel good about running 100 miles. I feel pretty relaxed about it, to be honest. You asked me a few weeks ago, probably not in the same sense, but I feel mentally at the moment pretty calm about it. The way I remember doing my first 50K, like just thinking, oh my gosh, that's like so far. And then you just get out there and you do it. And I kind of had that same feeling again when I tried 100K for the first time. So I think I feel prepared and yeah, in a good headspace about it all too.
And then we'll also give you some salt caps, just in case things start going sideways. Okay, so we have 2 crews this year, like usual. Approaching Western States in 2019 was really fun because I came to it with no real experience, really even in the sport of ultra running. I had only been running ultras for less than a year at that point. In the back of my mind, I knew I could do really well, but what I was more focused on was just an experience and having a good time. But now coming to this race this year, it's definitely a different mindset. Just the simple fact that after Western States in 2019, my life was kind of drastically altered for the next year, basically. After Western States in 2019, I just woke up one morning with this really painful foot, basically my right foot really hurt. And then what ended up happening was it went all through my body. So my knees got super achy and tight, my shoulders, even my neck, like it was like a zombie, you know, Frankenstein walking around. And this was all in the matter of a week maybe. So to go from someone who has never had any major medical issues to then waking up every day praying on something that it was going to go away and it wasn't going away, you know? It was terrifying. It took many months to even get a handle on like that it was an autoimmune disease, and I was dealing with something that seemingly I'll have to deal with my whole life. As a runner, you don't run for a day and you're freaking out, you know? And that's how I was for a while, but then it turned more into like life and just, will I ever be able to like walk without pain again? So yeah, a lot of mixed emotions coming back here. Good experience last time, and I think I'm just gonna go out there and be super grateful that I get to do it again, you know? But I also want to be very competitive.
It went well. Definitely was a positive experience, but I'm not feeling that great today, to be honest. My stomach hasn't really settled, and my feet are really sore, and my legs are sore, and everything is just kind of aching. Unwell. I just wanted to get to Forest Hill and not have blown out my quads, and to be trying to keep cool as best as possible, and then also to just stay on top of my nutrition, and then from there try to get my legs moving a bit quicker. And that is pretty much how it went. I think from the gun there was a group of girls that went out quite a bit harder, and so I was hoping that they would like kind of blow each other up a bit in the head, and then the girls behind me could just come through. And so there was a bit of that, and yeah, I was just able to pick some of the women that are ahead of me off. And yeah, I just think I feel like Western States is all about just managing yourself, and if you can manage yourself, you can just keep moving through the field.
Yeah, the weather played a huge factor in the race yesterday. It was just incredibly hot, and yeah, pretty early on I just knew that it was going to be about kind of survival through the day and just hopefully picking people off. Although, to be completely honest, I wasn't sure I was even going to get to halfway. I just felt very bad for most of the first like 40 miles or so. And yeah, it was everything I could to just tell myself to get to my crew, because it was great seeing them, and they were a huge boost of morale. I actually ended up having a really strong second half comparatively to the first half, and yeah, I'm very proud of the result. 2019 was a strange year for getting into the sport, and then being able to have such a good kind of successful debut at that 100-mile distance, and then, you know, to go through all that was it was really hard. Knowing that, you know, I do have such an amazing support crew, and you know, it's just that's the only reason that I was able to do that yesterday, was because I knew I was seeing these people. So yeah, it like reminds you why you even do this, and it isn't really I could have got 100th yesterday, and I would have been just as proud to have completed the race.
The Steve! Let's go!